Have you ever felt relief when plans got cancelled? And then immediately wondered what was wrong with you? Not disappointment, not frustration, relief. Like your body exhaled before your mind could judge it. And then the guilt followed. This is the story of someone who thought that relief meant something was broken. It didn't. There was a time when Aarav believed silence meant something was wrong. Wrong with the room, wrong with the moment, wrong with him. He didn't always think that way. As a child, he loved sitting on the balcony of his parents' apartment, watching dust float in golden evening light. He could sit there for an hour, doing nothing, feeling everything. Back then, quiet felt natural, safe. But somewhere along the way, that quiet turned suspicious. In school, teachers wrote on his report cards, bright but needs to participate more. Capable but too reserved. At family gatherings, relatives would squeeze his shoulder and laugh. Why are you so quiet? Cat got your tongue? It was never cruel, just consistent. By college, he had learned the script. Be louder, stay longer, fill the silence. And he did. At 28, Aarav worked in product marketing. He was thoughtful, observant, the kind of person who noticed what others missed. But his calendar looked like warfare. Team lunches, networking events, weekend trips, birthdays, weddings, after-work drinks. He attended almost everything. And every time he did, he came home feeling like someone had slowly drained his internal battery without telling him. Then one Wednesday evening, something small happened. A group trip was cancelled. Just a simple text. Hey guys, something came up, might need to postpone. Aarav stared at his phone. And then something unexpected happened. His shoulders dropped. His breath deepened. A warmth spread through his chest. Relief. Not excitement, relief. And almost immediately, the thought followed. What's wrong with you? Shouldn't you be disappointed? Shouldn't you feel left out? Why does being alone feel better? That weekend, he stayed home. He cooked slowly. He cleaned. He read without checking the time. And by Sunday evening, he noticed something unsettling. He felt clearer. Not just rested, clear. As if a low static that had been humming in the background of his life had finally turned off. But instead of trusting that clarity, he questioned it. Because somewhere along the way, he had internalized a rule. If you prefer being alone, something must be broken. Over time, he began observing himself. Every social event required preparation, mental rehearsal, energy budgeting. It wasn't that he disliked people, it was that his mind processed everything. Tone shifts, expressions, background noise, emotional undercurrents. After 2 hours in a crowded room, his head felt heavy. Not sad, just overloaded. Still, he performed, laughing louder than he felt, staying longer than he wanted, saying yes when he meant maybe. Because presence looked like health, and absence looked like avoidance. But slowly, he began losing the thread of what he actually wanted. One night, sitting alone in his car, he asked himself something different. What if I'm not behind? What if this isn't a flaw? What if my nervous system just works differently? He began reading, learning, understanding, and one sentence stayed with him. Forced isolation wounds, chosen solitude restores. Suddenly, the relief made sense. It wasn't rejection, it was regulation. His body wasn't avoiding connection, It was recalibrating. Over time, he learned the difference. When he chose solitude intentionally, it felt warm, like exhaling. But when he hid from anxiety, it felt flat, heavy, disconnected. One expanded him, the other shrank him. And now he could tell which was which. Years later, on a quiet Sunday afternoon, he sat alone again. No phone, no noise, just sunlight, and the first time he felt fully inside his own life. Not performing it, living it. So if you've ever felt relief when the plans were cancelled, don't rush to call it a flaw. Pause. Ask yourself something gentler. Was I hiding or was I healing? Because there's a difference. One slowly disconnects you from the world. The other quietly reconnects you to yourself. And sometimes, choosing solitude isn't stepping away from life. It's gathering your energy so you can return to it more honestly. Maybe nothing is wrong with you. Maybe your nervous system simply breathes differently. And maybe that relief was never a weakness. It was an exhale.